Next on Performance TV, a hood latch all racers need, protecting your windshield. And then, Tommy and Kathy hit the floor at the PRI show in Orlando in search of the latest must-have items in the performance industry. Performance TV starts right now.
Welcome to another edition of Performance TV. We got a race car here that's in the process of being built, but man, I tell you what, you need to get rid of these old latches on here, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, Kathy, I'm over here drilling out the pop rivets on these old school hood latches. These new Quick-Latch fasteners are pretty cool. I'm gonna drill a hole in the hood, put this in there, put the nut back on. We're gonna jazz this thing up a little bit with some new modern latches. These things are really neat, have a lot of uses. I'm impressed.
These latches are made out of T6 aluminum and stainless steel. You can paint the low profile versions. These latches were originally developed by Rob Camp. He was the inventor of these products. And he had a customer who had a very expensive paint job on a 71 Mustang. And he said, it's a shame that I've got these lanyards on my hood pins that will flap around and that they probably going to scratch my paint.
Exactly.
And one day this idea just popped up into Rob's head. It said, why not just make a pin that has a latch that goes down on top of it?
Yeah, and just the way this thing works, the way it latches, the true feel that it has to it, these things feel as great as they're going to look on the car. And with the, tell me about some of these other sizes you have over here.
We got the twist lock version here. It actually looks like a twist lock, but it functions exactly mechanically identical to the low profile version.
Yeah, how many people have you seen try to come up and turn that?
Quite a few. We've also got some miniature latch versions here. These are very, very versatile latches. You can use them for cabinets, you can use them access panels.
I think we need to go ahead. We've picked out the ones we're going to go with this finish on our Malibu over here. And Tommy, how you going on getting those old rivets out?
It's good. All I got to do is remove these little plates off the old hood latches. This thing is really simple. I'm going to drill a little bigger hole in the hood, take this nut off, drill a little bigger hole for the threads to go down in, put that in the hood, put the nut back on it, and then we're going to install the studs in there, in the hood, pop this thing back on. It's going to look good as new. I've drilled the pop rivets out of all the old plates that were on here for the old hood pins. And now what we got to do, we got to drill a hole right here for this. We've got to drill this diameter here, so this will fit down inside the hood. So to do that, since there's already a hole here, I need something to guide the bit, since we already have a hole in here. So I got this block of wood. We're just going to prop this up, put the block of wood underneath of it, and that way we got something to drill into, and we got something for a center for our bit to go through. There we go. Got our hole. We'll place these in here like that. Put the nut on the back side. Finish the rest of them. Put the pins in. We'll have a new set of hood latches. We've got all the holes drilled in the hood. We removed the hood. Now we got to remove the old pins. Once we get these out, we'll grab the new pins, install them, put the fasteners on the hood, and it's ready to go back on. Now we've got all the studs put back in. It's time to put the latching body and the retaining ring in the hood. All we're going to do is slide this in, screw the ring on. We've got 3 holes for set screws that'll hold the ring in place. Kathy, you want to give me a hand with this?
Absolutely. Now, this particular hood is pretty flat, but not all hoods are. So we're going to run into a problem on trying to use these on other hoods, or will they move a little bit?
That's actually a good question. All of our latches actually allow for a pivot type function. As you see on this small latch right here, it will actually pivot 12 degrees, allowing for correction in a slope of a hood. So these do allow for a certain amount of adjustability in regards to that.
Now, how tight would you want something like this? Just finger snug, and you want to go a little farther than that?
Just barely till it contacts the hood and just a little bit more. And then the set screws, once you put them in place, that's what will be holding it.
All right, we'll grab those next.
It's recommended in the instructions you put a little dab of Loctite on these set screws. That'll help hold them in place, make sure they don't back out while the car's running. All right, we've got everything in place. All the latching is in place. We're going to put the hood on. You want to give me a hand there, Kathy?
Absolutely.
Let's see what this thing looks like when we get it all done.
Comes the true test.
A little your way.
Wow, check that out.
That's pretty slick. I mean, does that not look a little nicer now?
You ain't a kid. You know, and you can find out more about Quick-Latch at their website at Quik-Latch.com, or you can buy them from any of their authorized distributors. We'll have more Performance TV right after this.